Hi fam, welcome to today's video. I really hope you guys are enjoying the Vlogmas series of content. There are daily uploads all the way till Christmas 2023 and there are giveaways in each and every video. Today's video is no different. Today we're going to be talking about the creme de la creme of beauty, the best of the best, and in particular we're going to talk about the top 3 makeup product recommendations from me to you in every category of makeup. Today's video is dedicated to high-end luxe makeup. I already have a drugstore version of this that has gone up last month. Please make sure you go check that out. It's 50 makeup products under 1000 rupees after you finish watching this video, because you don't want to miss this giveaway. Even the giveaway is extra special, and it's let's just say it matches the bougie vibe of this entire set of products that I'm going to share with you. Let's not make this intro any longer. Let's dive right into it. Okay, so let's start with the base and work our way up. Let's start with the foundations. When it comes to the base, I feel all of us have different preferences, whether we like medium, sheer, or completely skin tint vibes, or absolute full coverage vibes. And I feel like I kind of cover all the spectrums with the 3 recommendations I'm giving you in this category. To nobody's surprise, the first recommendation I'm giving you is this House Labs foundation. I have grown to absolutely love this foundation since I got my hands on it earlier this year. It had gone on to become my everyday foundation for a little bit. Everyday in the sense when I was filming everyday foundation in the middle for a little bit, and then I had to tell myself, like, calm down, use other stuff also. Which brings me to the Laura Mercier foundation. Again, another one that I picked up while I was traveling. I know these are not available in India, but I can make a recommendation of an Instagram store I'm happy to share with you down below in the description section, so maybe you want to check that out. I feel like sometimes asking friends who are traveling or who live overseas, or Instagram stores that are legit, are a great way of getting your hands on some really fantastic products. Laura, I believe, has actually just come to India in present tense. I'm filming this video at the start of November, and maybe by the time this video goes out, the news is going to be like out there, so you'll know by now. Both these foundations are very unique from the point of view that the way they give me that finish that still looks like skin, but it's not very dewy or very matte, which I really like. I'm like a broken record when it comes to this. I think dewy skin and dewy foundations look stunning, but I don't think that they're conducive with Indian climate, so I always land up by the end of it mattifying it just to make it last longer and be more sweat proof. I love both of these with and without that aspect. I feel like they are really great formulas. In case you care, my exact shades in both of them are 300 medium neutral for House Labs and 4N1 suntan for Laura Mercier. With this, let's go on to the next product, which is actually not a foundation, but in fact a skin tint. This has truly been my ride or die on an everyday basis. 95-99 maybe % of my looks through my travels have been this, has been my everyday, even over here while I'm like not necessarily a hardcore filming, but still on so many filming days I've worn just this. It has a beautiful dewy like finish. It's very lightweight, and I love that about it. What all the 3 base products I'm recommending today have in common is that they let your skin feel like skin, and yet they are very buildable, which is my kind of zone. I don't think you're going to be surprised with the concealers that I've chosen to share with you today. The Natasha Denona concealer is one again that I picked up while traveling to the States earlier this year, and it has gone on to become my ride or die. Barely creases, sits nice and long, you don't need too much product, blends like a dream. I wear the shade P4 in this one. I remember the salesperson recommended P3 to me because she said in case you want to go like a little bit brighter, and I'm so glad I didn't listen, because this works for me just as well on days when I'm wearing foundation as it does on natural no foundation days. And that's where I think a lot of people forget that they need to have their concealers hopefully multitask in both those scenarios. If I had chosen the lighter one over here, I would only be able to wear it with foundation, versus, you know, now I can wear it either way because it's more natural. The NARS concealer, I think that this Radiant Creamy Concealer you have heard me talk about for years. At this point you might be bored of how much I've talked about it. It is fantastic. It works really well, blends like a dream. A little product goes a very long way. I won't say it's crease proof, but I will say that once you set it, it really does stay put. So there's that. And then of course we have the Huda Beauty concealer. Huda Beauty's concealers I have known to love. The previous one, the Overachiever, I'll leave a picture of it somewhere on the screen. I have even gone so far as to say to my friends that that concealer in particular will like wipe out sins from your past life. Even it is that much of a this one I wouldn't say is as full coverage as that, but I like that you can play this one down as well. The Overachiever concealer, you couldn't do that with. The exact name for this is the 4 filter concealer, and it is so good. Again, I think my filter with concealers is that I like that when you can wear them with a tint as much as you can wear it with a full coverage look. So buildable formulas really are my jam, and my exact shade in this is Caramel Con 5.1N. I used to wear a lot of yellow and Y based foundations and concealers. With concealers, I will still opt for a peach or a yellow, you know, in that zone, because I need some corrector like magic on my under eyes. But when it comes to my foundations, I've completely moved over to neutrals. Concealers, I'm a little bit more, can move around in that zone kind of shade selection zone right now. Let's talk about setting powders for a second, because it's impossible to do your concealer and expect to have it not crease and sit in place without setting it down. Keep one thing in mind, the skin on your under eyes is the thinnest skin on your face. Having said that, because you look around so much and your eyes blink as much as they do and as often as they do, there is a lot of movement. So a little bit of creasing is actually very normal. I'd be concerned if you weren't blinking at all, right? We'd think we were serial killers if that was the case. So the powders I opt for, and being a dry skin girl especially, are very finely milled concealers. If I use a non-finely milled concealer, it starts to crack up on my under eyes very easily, and I love these in particular. So let's start off with talking about the Fenty Banana powder. This is in the shade Banana, works beautifully for my skin tone. You can set with this as well as bake with this, which you can't bake when the powders are a lot thicker. For example, like I will go so far as to tell you the Huda Beauty Easy Bake powders did not really work for me in the winters at all, and I stopped buying that product after a point. I have to really juice my under eyes up for that product to work, and I used to like it at the very beginning maybe, and then I realized, nope, wait, I'm barely using any product. That's why it's working for me. It's not as finely milled as I would have liked. Then we have the Anastasia Beverly Hills Banana powder. This one is so good. The shade is a little bit different than this banana powder. Every brand does banana a little bit differently, but so good again, and very nice to bake with. If you don't want to get your hands on Fenty, because we don't have Fenty in India, Anastasia is available in India, and I would highly recommend that if you are medium to deep and you get grayness under your eyes, no matter what concealer you're using, just listen to me and get your hands on this. It is going to be worth the splurge. I promise you, it'll be like an investment. It won't be a splurge. And okay, now this is where I'm always really torn, right? My third favorite, like I'm not really ranking 1, 2, 3, just top 3, but these are my top 2. My third favorite is a brand that does great product from all the formulas that I've liked, but I almost don't want to recommend them because I can't always separate the art from the artist. You'll know exactly what I mean when I show you the product. I'm talking about the Jeffree Star Loose powder. I mean, I know, and I haven't bought his products in a while. Actually, not in a while. I think this was the last time I bought his products. It was this and the blue coffin eyeshadow palette. What was his blue coffin eyeshadow? Blue blood palette. But this product, which is called Topaz, is really good. I'm just spitting facts, nothing else. It's a really good formula, and I feel guilty about recommending it to you, which is why I have an alternative of another really nice product that would rank number 4 at my end. This is the Laura Mercier loose powder. I have a mini because I have my own loose powder and I tend to use that more than anything else, but I do have this at hand because I wanted to see what all the hype was about over a period of time, and this has been sitting with me, I want to say, for a few years, to be honest, and I don't really reach for it as often now because of reasons I mentioned. Don't want to turn this into a brand plugin, but yeah, these are my top 3 loose powders. I'm sitting and filming in natural light, so if the light fluctuates a little bit, I'm just kind of telling you why, I guess. Let's go into brows next. This is not an ad, okay, but all my 3 brow products are benefit products. I want to say that and get that out of the way. Don't judge, this is not paid, this is not sponsored. I just genuinely really like their products. I only reach for their products when it comes to brows. There are a couple of really nice Anastasia Beverly Hills products that I have used in the past and that I really like, but I clearly did not repurchase them, which is why I don't have them to show to you in today's video. Let's start out with the pencil. It is the Precisely My Brow pencil. The Goof Proof is another one that's really good, but the reason I choose the Precisely My Brow over it is because the tip is so fine and nice, and you can be as precise with your brows as you like. I wear this in the shade number 5, and I just feel like this is really like my favorite pencil right now. I feel like you can make glue after how much I've beaten this one like a dead horse. The Goof Proof Brow Powder. This was a revelation to me. Did not know this product existed till I went to San Francisco. I wear this in the shade 4.5. I actually want to get my hands on this in a lighter shade to see if it goes well with, like, for example, my lenses, because I do wear brown lenses, and which happened by accident, but that's a story for another time. And yeah, just in general, this is the most natural, blends into my brow so easily kind of shade. Then we have the brow pomade, also in the shade 4.5, the perfect blend of creamy meets waxy. It just holds your brows in place and makes them sit there for as long as you need them to. Very easy to work with. It does take about 2 or 3 tries to get used to it, but once you get used to it, it's very easy to work with. I have to give a special mention to their packaging. They actually have ridges on the side that help you take off any excess product that you may have picked up, which I am going to appreciate because those things are expensive to make, coming from that point of view. Let's do blushes next. Okay, so I'm gonna give the most no-brainer recommendation first. This is the Rare Beauty one. Which shade do I have over here? I have Encourage over here. Beautiful formula. Do not make the mistake of applying the doe foot directly on your cheeks. Please apply it on your hand, and then with a blender or brush or whatever you're using, take it on the cheek, because it is super pigmented, and you want to kind of maybe warm it up and use it with your fingers if you're comfortable with that. I prefer a blender personally. The second recommendation I have is this Charlotte Tilbury cream blush. I don't love cream blushes, so I'm just first off going to say that, because some of you might be surprised as to how I'm recommending this. But of all the cream blushes that I have tried, I felt like this was easily the best formula that I have tried. And I have 1 liquid, 1 cream, and 1 powder recommendation, so I wanted to categorize it like that for you. Also, this shade, Peach Pop, is a really good shade for someone like me. So if you're similar to my skin tone, there's your recommendation. When it comes to powders, I think this might be a no-brainer. I'm talking about the Orgasm blush from NARS. This is a beautiful shade. It's not all matte. It does have some amount of shimmer in it. So you may want to skip the highlighter, or you may want to apply it strategically again. So I'm going to give that disclaimer out there. But it's a stunning, soft, very beautiful formula. And again, I think it works really well across all skin types. Orgasm is such a popular collection from NARS, and I just don't think that there's much to beat that in the luxury space when it comes to powder formulas. Since we just did blushes, let's do bronzers and contours next. Again, I'm trying to do 1 stick, 1 powder, and 1 creamish, just to make sure you have variety. This Fenty beauty stick has been with me for so long. I think I got this in like 2018 or 2019. It's a beautiful shade. The shade is Mocha, if I remember correctly, yeah. And it just blends really well, really easily. What I love about it is that even though it's going directly on the face, because it's a stick, it's still very easy to move it around and blend, which I cannot say for all the sticks that are out there. So that is worth a mention. Then for the cream, I have this product over here. I love the Makeup by Mario. I want to say cream, but it really truly is cream to powder, because when you apply it and start to blend, you realize it kind of almost starts to feel like powder when blended. I have this in the shade Dark, which is really perfect for me. A little goes a very long way, so keep that in mind when you work with this product. The packaging feels really nice. It just feels really simple, minimalistic, and I like that about it. And then when it comes to the powder, I had to give this one a shout out. It is a stunning product. It's the Airbrush Bronzer from Charlotte Tilbury. And I have this in the shade number 2, but to be honest, I think I should go a couple of shades or at least one shade deeper, because this is a very natural finish for me and I feel like I like a little bit more played up of a vibe, especially if I'm filming or something. So those are your three recommendations for the contours over there. I forgot words there for a second. Okay, not part of the top 3, but I just kind of want to mention because it's sitting right here in this duo set that I have with Orgasm is Luna, a bronzer, which is a it's a contour, sorry, which is a really stunning formula. So just in case you choose to get your hands on NARS, you might want to consider getting something like this, which is totally Paisa Vasool, and you get 2 of my recommendations in just one little piece over here. It's the mini set. So teeny, so tiny, so cute. Let's do eyeshadows next, and I wanted to keep these palettes not like the big huge ones, although I do love the Huda big ones and all of that, so I'm just going to say that and get that out of the way. I wanted to make them small palettes that you could really truly, you know, kind of pit over one another because they're, you know, in the same zone. This Dior palette, I can't sing enough praises for this. The colors in this one in particular, the one I use is Warm Rust, is it correct? No, the shade palette that I'm talking about is Coral Neutrals 007. The shades here are so perfect for Indian skin tones. You can see how much I've really played around with some of them. The rust is beautiful. The fuchsia magenta-ish tone is beautiful. The shimmery gold. So many times I've not just used this for an inner corner pop, but I've just applied this all over my lid for that. It's got these micro pearls in there that just sit there so beautifully. If there was one luxe palette you are going to get from these recommendations, neutrals, colors, great for Indian skin tone, it's just got it all. Then I'm gonna talk about the medium nude palette from Huda. Again, a set of really beautiful shades. I feel like works really well, a mix of a few different formulas as well, and of course you know that they have these in so many colors, but I felt like this one in particular, which is medium in Nude Obsessions, works really beautifully. I think I already mentioned this earlier, but like Huda in general, their palettes, the bigger ones, the 18 pan ones, are so amazing. They really truly are just classics, you know, as a brand when it comes to eyeshadows. If I want to invest in like one big palette, I will blindly go over to the Huda section of whatever website I'm on or the Huda website and see what they have and get my hands on it. So major props to that. And then of course we have this Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk palette, which is really nice. This is going to pop out again. I think you've seen it pop out a few times, but the shades and formulas are so beautiful that I make it work. This is what it looks like. I'm just trying to hold it in a way that this one doesn't actually pop out again, but beautiful formulas, beautiful shades, and I have this in, there's no number to this Pillow Talk, it's just Pillow Talk. So I'm gonna link, tag, do all of that good stuff to every single recommendation in this video. I can see that the light is fading, but stay with me. Okay, let's do liners next, and I feel like I have like 3-4 liners to show you. The first liner that I'm just gonna say and get out of the way because you know how much I love this is this Hindash liner. Fantastic, super amazing felt tip, precise application, jet black, stays on, doesn't smudge, doesn't budge. I've sang enough praises about this one since a while. The Kai liner is another one that I want to mention. Again, really great to apply, doesn't smudge, doesn't budge. A great felt tip as well, definitely going to say that. I haven't really gotten into Kylie Jenner Cosmetics post their version 2, so this is an older one, and new one will probably have a different packaging, but they did some really good products even in like version 1 of the brand. And then I have not one but 2 and not used but literally new pieces to show you from Benefit. We have the roller liner and we have the Their Real Extreme Precision liner. I wanted to get the name right. This is brown, this is black, both are fantastic. One is a brush tip, one is a felt tip. Really depends on what you're choosing to go for. The reason I've taken the liberty of giving you 4 recommendations is because it's the same brand, and my previous 2 products are used and done and dusted, and I needed to open 2, so I'm also showing you the packaging when it comes to this one. Great to use, don't move around, amazing pigment as well. I missed highlighters earlier, I'm realizing as I'm looking around. Wait, so I'll come back to that after we do mascara. Gonna say this and get it done and dusted. Pat McGrath's Dark Star. I sing a lot of praises for this one. Also, I love it. It has this beautiful huge wand that might make it a little bit tricky to go onto your lower lashes, so definitely be careful about that, just a tad bit. I've used and abused this so much that you can see what has happened to the packaging over a period of time, but the product performs, the bulk performs just as beautifully. And I know it's a really pricey one, but I told you that this video was all about the high-end creme de la creme luxy products, and it would be impossible to go through the mascara section of this without mentioning this product. I want to get my hands on more Pat McGrath. Telling myself not to shop more, but I want to. I don't know, maybe I'll give in, maybe I won't. Then here's the Benefit Fan Fest. Again, I think that they really truly have outdone themselves with this one, because I feel like I was someone who always loved Bad Gal Bang so much. I started my Benefit mascara journey with Their Real and then fell in love with Bad Gal, and then I think that I've put both of those aside when it came to this one. It just fans out your lashes really beautifully and stays like that, which I really love. I feel like it almost looks a little bit barbied out. Also, especially when I mention the packaging over here, so interesting. Just overall, I think worth the money. And the last one we have for mascaras is Hella Thick from Fenty Beauty. I had seen all the hype around this product on Instagram, and when I went and got my hands on it while I was traveling the first time I applied it, I was like, is this gonna be worth all that hype? It was. It really truly was. I love this mascara. If you haven't tried anything Fenty, start with this, I guess. And if you're a Sephora where you don't live in India and wherever you are you get Fenty, this would be really high up on my recommendations list for mascaras. Let's do highlighters before we go into our last category, which is lipsticks. Okay, so this Glowgasm palette from Charlotte Tilbury, first of all, look at the outside. It is so beautiful. And then let's look at the inside. It is a 4-in-1. It is so pretty. It has a bronze, a yellow goldish, a rose gold, and then a proper pink. So there's so much variety for like everyone, and I feel like it comes with a nice big generous mirror. As you can see, this is all part of the mirror, just I don't use it, so I haven't really gotten into cleaning it up or whatever, but it's a really stunning formula. It gives you a glow like finish, not necessarily beaming. You will have to build up a little bit, but I like that about it. I feel like it is really it just gives you that very expensive kind of a finish. The second one that actually is a tough piece of competition for Glowgasm would be this 3D highlighter palette from Huda Beauty. And I think that everyone had also gone gaga about how like her packaging literally reflects when this had come out. This is not a new product. You have 4 different shades to choose over here also, which are quite similar-ish to the Glowgasm palette. You have a yellowish one, you have a bronze one, you have a gold zone one, and then you have a pink to rose gold mix-ish shade over here. Goes on really well, easy to, you know, just blend with the rest of your makeup, doesn't shift and move things around, which is really important, and gives you a glow-like finish again. And the last one that we have in this category is Tickle from Benefit, which is a pinkish shade. It's really nice for that just healthy flush. If you're looking for something that is a powder finish on top of a tint or a cream or a liquid, and you just want to try and maintain that little glowy pinkiness, very day vibe, I would recommend Tickle from Benefit. It is a really nice formula. Okay, with that we come to the last category, which is lipsticks. Everyone loves their lipsticks. Everyone has their favorite brands when it comes to lipsticks, and I really had to shortlist from all of my favorites to come to these 3. I have to first off tell you that what I'm wearing is none of these 3, but I should call out what I'm wearing because I tried and tested it a few different times because I had super mixed emotions about this formula, and now I feel like I kind of like it. It's not transfer proof and it doesn't blur or anything, but I do think that it's a nice what's the word for it, it's like a tint, but it's a lipstick, and it does move around a little bit in the sense that, like I said, it's not transfer proof, but it feels really nice and lightweight, so I'm going to give it that plus point. Clearly, I still have a few mixed emotions. I will work through those emotions and give you a final review, but I'm talking about the Charlotte Tilbury Lip Blur. I'm wearing this in the shade Walk of No Shame right now. This is not on my top 3s list. I'm just generally telling you what I'm wearing because I was wearing this already. Yeah, walk of no shame. I just wanted to be super careful about the shade recommendation in case you like what I'm wearing. Let's dive into these three that I have sitting over here. Whew. NARS's liquid lipsticks. Can you see how horribly I've maintained the cap of this? I mean, I really truly have messed up this cap so badly. This is a stunning shade. It is Star Woman. I'm gonna leave a link in to the dupes video that I did sometime back. In case you haven't seen that, please go watch that video. I'll leave a link in down below. This is a beautiful formula. It applies like a lightweight liquid lipstick and then settles so nice and fine into a complete matte. Feels great on the lips, almost doesn't feel like anything on the lips is really the way I should be describing it, and it's super pigmented. One stroke and you're done. The next one I have over here is this Makeup Forever formula, which is again super beautiful. It is a completely matte lipstick, budge proof, transfer proof. Actually, this one too is budge proof, transfer proof. I forgot to mention that. And they have a beautiful array like of shades in both of these formulas for sure. This one in particular is 109. I have a funny little story to share with you for this. I bought 10, at the airport, and then I was shopping somewhere else, and I really liked the formula and I really liked the shades. And then I came home and I realized I had bought 108. I don't remember whether I bought 108 first or 109 first, but I came back home and realized, oh shit, I picked up a lipstick that's one shade apart from the other. They're very similar, but I don't mind them because they're both very stunning, and they're a great formula. The last one that I have is a bullet lipstick. This one is Pillow Talk from Charlotte Tilbury. I feel like this is a fantastic bullet formula. I wish they had more shades, and I wish they had more shades for our kind of skin tones. So medium to deep girlies, I'm looking at you and me both. I feel like this is such a good formula. It is not transfer proof, and that's okay. Like, I feel like we villainize things like fallout and transfer proof and all of that too much. I really just like it. Feels very comfortable on the lips. Yeah, with that, we have completed this entire video with my top 3 in every category. The light has gone down drastically, but I hope you've stuck around with me all the way till the end. If you'd like to win the giveaway, you know exactly what to do. Participate. You know I'm always reading, liking, hearting and responding to each and every one of your videos. Keep coming back for more. There's daily uploads all the way till 25th of December 2023. And remember, subscribe. Put that bell notification on so you can keep coming back for more. Help me grow where fam over here on YouTube. I love you so much. I'm gonna see you tomorrow. Mwah.